Hello and welcome to Market Wrap with Raja. Today is the 27th of December 2020. And well, the Bears के अच्छे दिन तो आए थे last Monday, but they could not survive. And suddenly now the Bears are wondering what went wrong. And now they are finding out that whatever attempt they made on last Monday could not sustain. Now we got to see what is the agenda out here and how are we going to take the whole case forward. And this is going to be an interesting scenario, and that's what I'm going to be discussing in this video. So stay on to the end and find out what are the key levels to watch out for. My name is Raja Venkatraman. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader and also your trading influencer. Been in the markets for more than 15 years, happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. So the whole concept of buying on a dip has definitely undergone a major shift. You can see that there was a dip in Nifty, there was a dip in Bank Nifty, but then who took advantage? दैट इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम. सब लोग डिप के लिए रुके थे, बट जब डिप आया किसी ने उसका एडवांटेज नहीं उठाया. एंड ये जो सेंटा क्लॉज का जो गिफ्ट हमें मिला, nobody took the advantage. Now we are wondering what needs to be done now. But don't worry, hang on. If you're watching this video for the first time, go and click on the like button because this kind of structured analysis is not done on the internet. And you can also share this video with as many people as possible because I am discussing about very, very interesting levels. So let's go right into the charts and find out what do we have in store and how can we take advantage of the current situation. What is the overall picture in Nifty and Bank Nifty? At the Nifty chart. Let's first take a look at the Nifty chart. This is a chart of Nifty, right? This is a chart of Nifty. Nifty, as we can see, has been moving up steadily. Absolutely no worries. Correct. This is the weekly chart of Nifty. Yeah. So what does the weekly chart of Nifty say? Everything is fine. Okay. Everything is fine and everything is hale and hearty. But then what you got to see here is that after three successive candles, these candles are not very long like these ones, but then these candles are definitely decent after a doji being formed at the last week of November. So this kind of pattern. So what is the price? Price action is saying that the trend is very strong. What is the pattern suggesting? Pattern is suggesting that this particular pattern is also called as a dragonfly doji. Okay, this pattern is called as a dragonfly doji and not a hanging man. But nevertheless, it is a doji. So right now, this particular chart which you are seeing right now, this is a dragonfly doji, and it is indicating that it is getting a little tired. Okay. The body of this particular weekly chart says that it is getting a little tired. And you can see here that the RSI has also moved above 70. Can you all see this? The RSI has moved above 70. So while the overall picture suggests that there is a nice move to the upside. Okay. There is a nice move to the upside, but the momentum is also holding above 70. You got to be a little careful in handling the situation now because it could trigger a reversal or it could give you a pullback. And there is no signs of reversal yet. Why? Because if you were to draw even a simple trend line, let's draw a trend line here. You'll see here that suppose I draw a trend line. What are you seeing? You're seeing that the lower levels are much deeper in terms of the weekly chart. Where is it coming to? Suppose I draw a horizontal line. You can see here that the horizontal line is somewhere around here, which is around 12,500. That is quite far away. So what is the overall picture? That even if Nifty comes down by 1,000 points, it is still okay. Correct? It is still okay because the overall picture is still bullish. Right now, what has happened? It came till 13,150 and it quickly recovered. Now there is more room, so the support line continues. So right now Nifty is definitely poised for more upside, but then the overall candlestick pattern is suggesting that there could be some halt. So now that is the overall perspective of the weekly chart. So weekly charts is bullish. So whenever you are going to use this formula, what formula? When you are going to use the formula of your weekly and daily. Okay, your weekly chart. Okay, your weekly chart is called as the chart of analysis, and your daily chart is called as the chart of execution. So I am speaking to all the people who are wanting to take a bit higher view. All right. So right now you will see that RSI is clearly above 70. So on the weekly time frame, RSI is quite healthy. So you don't have to worry. RSI is perfectly fine. Now what we have to see is we have to go into the daily chart. So let's go into the daily chart. Let us remove this guy. So this is the daily chart, right? Let us just expand this. This is the daily chart. So what happened in the daily chart? You can see here that the move was very good. Okay. And here the RSI pulled back. Pull back to where? It pulled back to 60. So any pullback to 60, okay, any pullback to 60 is a very good setup. A pullback to 60 and then it has revived. This has pulled back to 60 and then you can see here RSI is 67 now. It pulled back near 60 and then it has revived. So it is definitely indicating. So what we had spoken about, price, pattern and momentum. So now what are you seeing? You are seeing that the RSI is going up and here, okay, here there is a nice pullback shown on the ADX as well. So there is a nice pullback shown on the ADX as well. It's a very good method in ADX. So this method is also indicating that yes, there is a nice crossover here and it is indicating some momentum to the upside. And you can see here that the price after giving this pullback is showing some inclination to move higher. Yes, there are some small body candles here, right? You can see here there are some small body candles here. So now if it were to exceed these small body candles, you would see a very strong push. Okay, you would see a very strong push to the upside. So now what could happen? Now once this begins to happen, okay, once you will see that there is a nice strong push to the upside and all the small body candles are taken care of. So this was your small body candles, the atom which we had spoken about. The atoms are indicating that not much interest is developing. But right now, after the pullback and the momentum also does a reboot. What is a reboot? The momentum gets reset, a nice pullback happens, formation of hammer with RSI rebounding from 60. So the overall setup is good and it is suggesting that yes, there is a strong possibility of 13,800 to exceed. Got it? So what is the weekly chart and daily chart indicating of Nifty? Weekly chart and daily chart of Nifty are suggesting that the possibility of moving up is very high as far as the Nifty is concerned. Now let's get into the Bank Nifty. Let's do it the reverse way. Okay, let's do the reverse. What are we doing? We are once again going to the charts And what are we seeing? We are seeing once again that the prices did a pullback. Okay, prices pulled back, and as far as the RSI is concerned, okay, this particular zone, all right, this particular zone, when the pullback emerged here, this particular zone is called as the neutral zone. All right. So this is the second level. The first level of pullback is from 60. The second level of pullback is from 50. So here what has happened in Bank Nifty, you are having a second level of pullback. So you saw the RSI coming to the neutral zone, and from the neutral zone, you are seeing that the momentum is reviving once again. And even in your even in your Bank Nifty, daily RSI is at 60 level. Your overall momentum is trying to go up. So as far as the charts are concerned on the daily, you can see here there is a crossover happening. This is called as a crossover. So in the ADX, there is a crossover. So right now crossover is happening, and we have to see whether this crossover will hold. Okay, we have to see whether this crossover will hold. If this crossover holds, then it could generate a fresh wave of positive momentum in Bank Nifty. So we are using the concept of ADX and RSI and combining it. Okay, we are combining it with the charts. All right. So you can see here that on the RSI, we have spoken about the neutral zone. You can see here this is the neutral zone, and at the neutral zone, the RSI is taking a dip and it has revived. So what has happened essentially? There is a level 1 pullback which happened in Nifty, a level 2 pullback happened in Bank Nifty. Now because of the level 2 pullback, the Bank Nifty is also showing some inclination to go up. Now if I were to convert this chart, and let me just remove the notations here. If I convert this chart into a weekly chart, all right, if I convert this chart into a weekly chart, you will see here that at the moment, okay, at the moment, what is happening? You are having a similar scenario. You are having this could be considered, okay, this could be considered as a hanging man. Okay, this particular of the last week. I'm referring to this candle. The last week candle can be referred to as a hanging man. And what are we seeing? That here also the RSI crossed 70, but it has briefly dipped below 70 now. So right now, Bank Nifty is trying to hold on to higher levels. Nifty is also trying to hold on to higher levels, but the daily seems to be very strong. So daily seems to be very strong. So daily can be used very effectively. All right. So right now the daily charts suggest that yes, there is a possibility of continued advance, but weekly is saying there could be a pullback. So right now you can see here that the overall setup continues to remain positive. So weekly says be cautious. Daily says that the advance could continue. So as far as the intraday play is concerned, you don't have to worry. But then if you want to take a positional play in Nifty or Bank Nifty, you got to be a little careful, because Nifty and Bank Nifty on higher time frames are definitely suggesting that the broader indices are at pressure at higher level. So if you want to take a positional trade, you got to use the pullbacks to buy into. So now, if I want to identify pullbacks, then the best scenario would be that I get into NeoTrader, right? So we have been speaking about confluences. We have been trying to get some idea about confluences. So let's go and take a look at what kind of confluences we'll have in Nifty or Bank Nifty to get a perspective. So let's first go into Stock Analyzer. let's get into Nifty. All right, you can see here right now. Let's identify some pullback opportunities if available in Nifty. Yes, can you all tell me what is the kind of pullback opportunity can be available in Nifty? Yeah. What can be a pullback opportunity in Nifty? Nifty is at 13,749. So what is the pullback opportunity can you see in Nifty? Can someone tell me? We have been speaking about confluence. So let's talk about some pullback level. Can you see this? You all can load the NeoTrader at your end also. Go to stock analyzer page. Can you all see this? I hope the visibility is there now. Right? So you can see here that we are having a confluence here. If you were to zoom in on the confluence, you can see that there is a confluence out here which comes close to your multi-day pivot, which comes close to your positional R2. Is everyone getting this? Can everyone see that the three tick marks which I have made could act like a potential pullback zone? Okay, it could act like a potential pullback zone. What I have done, I have used intraday, I have used multi-day, I have used positional. I have used all the three time frames. I am doing at the start of the week, and I am showing you how you can connect across time frame and how you can get connected and find out, yes, this is the probable zone. So you can say anywhere between 530 and 560, it could be a very good zone. So what you have done, you have found out a value here along the intraday. Then you are trying to see the closest value where you can get on multi-day. Then you have gone to the closest value what you can get on positional. If you get on positional, well and good. At least you have to get on two columns. So you are doing a columnar matching. There is no point in you can never match. Okay, you can never match. You are doing a horizontal matching, not a vertical matching. Vertical you can never match. You can only match horizontally. So you are doing a horizontal match, and you are saying that this zone 13,530 is an ideal pullback opportunity for me. Why? Because my weekly is a little bearish, in the sense weekly is showing some tiredness. Weekly is not bearish. Let me correct myself. Weekly is not bearish, but then weekly is definitely showing some tiredness in the trend. So if I were to go into the next week, 13,530 would be a good zone to watch out for. And if it were to get a pullback into these levels, I would definitely see what happens there, and then I would definitely look to buy into Nifty. The pace at which Nifty is moving, 13,500 to 550, doesn't look to be too much of a challenge. You could see this levels in a few days from now as well, because we are definitely heading into the expiry. All right. So now let's go again and take a look at Bank Nifty. Again, I will load the Bank Nifty here, and let's try and find out what is the Bank Nifty telling us. So this is the way you got to analyze. This is the way you got to find out the confluence zones. We have seen that Nifty as well as Bank Nifty are showing some tiredness as far as the higher time frames are concerned. Lower time frames are showing a nice pullback and a rebound. So yes, you could be a buyer at current levels, but then if you want to actually take a low risk trade, I would advise a buy on dip possibility. Okay, buy on dips. We all know buy on dips, but then what are those dip levels? Where should I be looking at? That is the clarity which the confluence gives us. All right. So now let me go and take a look at this scenario. So now we are trying to consider what could be the lower end. Where can we find some kind of confluences here? And if you go and take a look at Bank Nifty at the lower levels, you are having your S1. You can see here that you are having your S1 on the intraday, tying up with your pivot on the multi-day, and apart from that, you are not having any more confluences right now. So around 30,000, okay, around 30,000 is a very good zone for a pullback. And if you take a look at Bank Nifty, okay, if you just go and take a look at Bank Nifty, you would see that the overall setup in Bank Nifty, right? So what is the overall setup in Bank Nifty? What is the overall setup in Bank Nifty? What can you see here? What can you see as the overall setup in Bank Nifty? Let's just go back to Bank Nifty now. So you'll see Bank Nifty is 30,400. And what is the pullback level which we are expecting? We are expecting around 30,000. So as you enter the next week, 30,000 is going to be your support zone, right? So you have got 30,500 as your resistance zone. So for an intraday play. Now this intraday play, once it materializes, okay, once it materializes, then you will have your resistance at this level. So at higher levels, you have got 30,000 or 31,000, you can say, as the top end, 30,000 as your support zone in the Bank Nifty. So as we enter the expiry week, for the December series, you can see here that clearly the upside and the downside, 1,000-point range is being defined here, and that will give you a clue on how to face the market. So you have done your analysis, you have got your levels. Now armed with the levels as well as the overall position, you can take your trades. So you know that yes, these are the levels. If it comes towards 30,000 and shows a revival, you know that it is rebounding from the support zone. If it goes towards the resistance zone, yes, you know that yes, I should be booking my profits now. And on your longs, and then you should actually use that as an opportunity to initiate some fresh shots. So that's how you can identify these levels. But if it is going beyond the resistance, beyond the support, go back and redraw and revisit. But then as you start the week, you now have some clarity on what kinds of levels that are in play, and that's how you will be able to plan yourself for the week. And that's what I said, that you should be aware of what are the broader indices doing. I hope you got some idea about how you should be looking into the broader indices and how you should be defining your market participation. Because unless and until you are not prepared, you will never be able to take a stand. And that's what I'm showing you, how you can take a stand before entering the market.